सर लास्ट टाइम 1 मार्क से
एक
मतलब
मार्क से, और उससे पहले इससे ज़्यादा से.
हाँ सर फर्स्ट 2 अटेम्प्ट्स में मेरी गलती थी. आई वाज़न्ट वेरी
At
सिंसियर.
this time, what are you expecting?
So this time should be good, sir. Sir, may I come in? Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
You are Ayushi.
Right, sir.
Ayushi Singh. Okay, Miss Singh, tell us something about you.
Sir, I am Ayushi. I was born in the Banda district of Uttar Pradesh. Most of my schooling happened in Lucknow. And for my higher education, I moved to Delhi and graduated with political science from University of Delhi.
And that was in year?
Sorry, sir.
It was in which year?
So this was in 2014.
2014. What are you doing since last 5 years?
Sir, I've been preparing for civil services, UPSC as well as state services, as well as I've completed 1 year of my MA from Indira Gandhi National Open University.
But you did your BA honors from Miranda House.
Right, sir.
So how come a student from Miranda House is forced to get into IGNOU? Why didn't you complete your masters from some regular college, if not Miranda House, then somewhere else?
Sir, I wanted to give my best focus to civil services, and I thought that my best effort could come out only when I dedicate better part of my time to civil services.
Which attempt is it?
This is the 4th attempt, sir.
Isn't it too much? A bright student like you should have been able to judge her potential within for 1 or 2 attempts. I mean, obviously you're entitled to have as many attempts as legally possible, but shouldn't it be shouldn't have you applied a better personal judgment that okay, enough is enough now?
Sir, I am sitting here getting to interact with such an esteemed panel. So I do not think I regret my decision. Definitely, there is the point that I could have succeeded earlier. But my journey so far has helped me grow as an individual in terms of personality as well as knowledge. So
you have my best wishes, but in case you do not complete your, you somehow are not able to pass this examination, what is your fallback option?
Sir, I will complete my MA and I will apply for NET and look into teaching opportunities.
Okay. You're basically from Lucknow.
Right, sir.
If I want you to give me 3 identity markers of Lucknow that you believe best describe Lucknow, what will these be?
Sir, first would be the chicken curry. That is the mark of Lucknow. Second would be the Imamwada, which is a very iconic architectural heritage. And the last would be the Lucknow Metro, which represents the modern facet of my city.
Okay. And if we look at the polity of Uttar Pradesh nowadays, there are several interesting changes in the political arena, especially after this SP-BSP alliance. Do you believe that it's going to have real impact on 2019 election, or it will not have much of a difference?
Sir, I think it is part of evolving political dynamics that parties align and change their change, or so to say, morph their political calculations. In my opinion, certainly it will have some impact on the outcome, but it is for the people of Uttar Pradesh and India at large to decide to what extent or
but
how
you studied
large.
Political science. Political science is your optional subject. As an analyst, you must be having some feel that it's going to work or it's not going to work.
Sir, I think the effectiveness would depend on the manifesto and the effectiveness of the vision which this alliance manages to project to the people of Uttar Pradesh. And as I understand, it is still developing. The major part of the campaigning is yet to happen. So in my opinion, it is kind of too early to comment on the situation.
Ayushi, you studied from Miranda House. That's a strange name for a modern day college. Why should a college be called Miranda House?
Sir, Miranda House was named by Mr. Maurice Squire, and he was inspired by the character of Miranda in Shakespeare's very famous 17th century play called Tempest, as well as it is believed his own daughter was also called Miranda. So these two things inspired him.
Why should universities, centrally funded Central University, should be carrying a name of Maurice Squire's daughter as a premier college name?
Sir, I believe
many daughters of this nation still waiting for to be recognized?
Sir, I believe that this was the secondary factor, that his own daughter was called Miranda. I think the character of Miranda in Tempest, for him, embodied the characters of an ideal woman, and that is what
even in that case, there are many characters in Indian literature still waiting to be recognized. Why Tempest Miranda be given this honor?
Surely, sir, there are many legitimate and eligible names which we could find, but the college is now a brand and an icon, and the name has a part in it, and it shapes the identity of the college.
Can you then reflect the same logic? Why Ayodhya and why Prayagraj be named the way they are named now?
Sir, in a democracy and in our political structure, it is the prerogative of the executive to decide on these matters. However, I would say that it would have been more desirable had there been some sort of opinion poll or something to represent the demand at the popular level to change to change the name. And I think the present name also reflects the heritage and history of the place, because it represents the spiritual heritage of the place better. So in that
Thank
case,
you.
Thank you, sir.
Ayushi,
Yes, sir.
what is INS Vikrant?
So can I take some time to click?
Sure.
Sir, as far as my memory goes, it is, sir, I'm not sure, I'm sorry.
Okay. Any naval vessel or ship, in a recent current affairs that was in news, or anything that you know about naval vessel or ship?
Sir, I am aware about the Scorpion submarine.
Scorpion submarine.
Right.
Scorpion, that means Calvary class, right? Calvary.
I'm not sure.
Scorpion is French edition,
Yes.
and Calvary is Indian edition. There is a very strange, or let's say not strange, but there is a rule in Navy that whenever a submarine or a naval vessel need to be inducted, then only a female can do that. Male are not allowed. So kind of opening ceremony is done by the female. Is it okay? Doesn't it look gender biased?
Sir, I think more than gender biased, it shows the gender inclusive nature of the Navy. And also, I think there is some element of faith and belief that women are said to represent Lady Luck. So maybe that is also a factor which leads them to have women to inaugurate.
Okay, coming to that line, and when the Sabrimala verdict comes, then the women are allowed into that, right? So why can't we leave that? One temple creating a lot of problem, hurting sentiment of millions of people. There is a many temples all around where women are allowed.
Sir, I believe it is upon the women who have an ardent desire to visit the temple to make that decision. And as the court has underlined, it is part of their fundamental right under Article 25 to visit and the temple if they so desire. So I think it is a decision these women can best make for themselves.
But then hurting the religious sentiment is also not good. Millions of people, the stakes are there.
Right, sir. So perhaps the best way forward is to take the way of persuasion and gradually bringing this change and allowing the temple board to have the feeling that they are also a stakeholder and this decision is not being imposed on them. And sir, I believe that this change will come slowly but surely.
Okay. What is COP24? You've come across that?
I haven't, sir. I'm sorry.
Conference of Parties?
Okay, so I'm sorry. I heard UP24.
Okay, COP24.
Yes, sir. So this was the 24th Conference of Parties under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It was held in Katowice, Poland, and it was held to decide the rules of the Paris Agreement Act.
Okay, there was a term used in COP that was climate financing. Can you explain what is climate financing?
Sir, I think it pertained to clause 6 of the agreement, and it was basically about the developed countries helping the developing countries finance the cost of adaptation and mitigation for climate change.
You have studied political science and international relationship, right?
Right.
India has no first use policy. What is the advantage of having such policy? Why should we wait for a nuclear attack and then in retaliation we should attack another country?
Sir, I think the advantage of such a policy was visible in the kind of nuclear reception India has received, whether it be the NSG waiver or Japan making a civilian nuclear treaty with India.
NSG waived off? I mean, is India part of NSG?
No, sir. So, but I meant the 2008 NSG waiver which India received on a unanimous basis from all the members of NSG.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Ayushi.
Yes, sir.
Ayushi, so just before in the discussion you talked about idle women. What exactly were you referring to? Let's say in normal parlance, what do we mean by it? There's so many talks about idle women. What exactly is this? And is there an idle woman? Can somebody be?
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, like you pointed out, it is somewhere a subjective criteria. From my limited life experience, I would say ideal woman is a woman who is happy, who gets to make her own choices in life and decisions, and who does not feel that her gender is a barrier in helping her realize her full potential in life.
Who is there an ideal woman? Have you come across any ideal women in your life?
Ma'am, my perception could be biased, but in my opinion, my mother is definitely an ideal woman.
Okay. Okay, tell me, you're a political science student. Generally, in India, we face this problem that people don't take their voting power very seriously. Votes are either, sold for just petty liquor bottle or, just like some few rupees. So how can this change be initiated in the mindset of people at the grassroots level that see your one vote is very precious and you need to when we talk about grassroots level and also when we there's a different thing about when we go for the educated ones, they also don't take their voting seriously. So what you can do and what you can suggest?
Certainly, ma'am, the problem of voter apathy does exist. However, I would say that it is not as acute as maybe in the developed world. So we would say that there is healthy participation of the voters in India, but it could still improve, and the Election Commission has done a lot of pioneering work in that regard. It has initiated a program called SWEEP for bringing voter awareness and education. And ma'am, the link between the vote and how your government performs needs to be perhaps made more clear to the people. It needs to be realized that if your road is broken or if there is no water in your tap, somewhere it is because you did not either exercise your voting choice. So I think with education and literacy and aid of civil society, this link can be made more clearer to the people.
Okay, you are fond of debating. So how it is going to make you a good civil servant?
Ma'am, one of the key characteristics of a debater is tolerance. And I think a civil servant is required to listen to various perspectives, but then come upon a final judgment. So if there is tolerance, that process can be done very easily. And also a civil servant, ma'am, when we debate, we are not just educated in facts, but also in opinions. So that is also a quality very helpful for a civil servant.
Okay. My last question to you, you like reading English fiction?
Right, ma'am.
Or what kind of books you read?
Ma'am, should I list the authors or the...
Whatever you feel comfortable.
Ma'am, I enjoy reading Jhumpa Lahiri, Khushwant Singh, R.K. Narayan, Ruskin Bond, and...
These are all Indian authors, not anybody from abroad?
Ma'am, certainly it is not as extensive, but I have read Emma, Jane Austen, and Pride and Prejudice, and Charlotte Brontë, Jane Eyre, and Wuthering
Okay,
Heights.
there's a quote in, let's say, this Pride and Prejudice, which has actually stayed with me for a long time. There's a quote that says that there's a certain stubbornness in my nature that even if you don't like it, it's going to be stay. And I'm very proud of it. Somewhere, I'm not remembering the exact quote. Who said this thing?
Ma'am, the male character.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
No, ma'am, I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ayushi, have you read The Apple Cart?
I haven't, sir. I'm sorry.
You've not heard about it. Have you read The Tale of Two Cities?
Yes, sir.
What it deals in?
Sir, it has been quite some time, but I remember it deals with the theme of capitalism and the damages it wreaks on the working class.
Did it distinguish between mercantilism and capitalism?
Sir, I'm sorry, I do not recollect so much.
As a political science student, how do you define mercantilism?
So mercantilism sees that there's a very simple simplistic conclusion they believe in, which is that exports are good and imports are bad, and the mercantilists believe that the wealth of a country has to be continuously piled on and increased, while capitalists do believe in freer and fairer trade, and they do not necessarily see imports as a bad thing.
How do mercantilists measure wealth? In which units?
Sir, I'm not sure of that.
Okay. Do you feel that protectionism is just a reincarnation of mercantilism?
In some ways, yes, sir, but it is not. Mercantilism, when it arose as an ideology, arose in a very different context. And protectionism of today has the background of anti-globalization backlash as well as rise of populism in the developed world. So I think given the context, we cannot say that they are one and the same thing.
Can you briefly describe the Indian export composition? Which major items we export?
Right, sir. So one is processed petroleum goods and gems and jewelries and textiles, as well as some engineering goods which we have begun to export.
What is the contribution of Azamgarh in earning foreign currency for India?
So can I take some time to think? Sir, I am sorry, I cannot recollect at the moment.
What are the contributions of Azamgarh in other spheres of life?
Sir, Azamgarh as an area is very famous for its people of literature, both Urdu as well as Hindi literature, and there's a very famous historian as well, Rahul Sankrithayan, which happens to come from the area. And yes, sir, that is about it.
Which famous artists come from Azamgarh?
Sir, I cannot recollect the names, but
Any name?
Sir, Rahul Sankrithayan, historian.
Kafi Azmi is also from same place.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Okay.
reminding me, sir.
What are the present? What is rather the present foreign policy of Russia towards the West?
Sir, Russia is trying to regain its position as a major, it is already a major power, but the stature it enjoyed during the time of USSR, that is the vision which is inspiring them. And Russia is engaging in proxy wars with the West, be it in Syria or now even in Venezuela we see. And Russia is aligning with China to frustrate West and European Union's agenda as much as it can.
How entry of Russia and China in WTO has affected the whole process of globalization?
So the promise of globalization was free and fair and liberal trade. However, both Russia and China are not very transparent nations, and they do not have very transparent regulations. So they have kind of benefited disproportionately from the trade, which has been free open trade under globalization, but they have not necessarily opened their economies. India, which enjoys such good terms with Russia, is also not able to export a lot of its products.
So can we say that these two countries are stealing the benefits of liberalization and themselves pursuing mercantilist policies?
So I would need some more time to arrive at a definite conclusion about this.
Ayushi,
Yes,
you were born in Banda.
right, sir.
Tell me, what is Banda famous for?
Sir, Banda is famous for Shazar stone. This is a stone which is of special significance for in Islam, and it is exported a lot to Gulf countries, and it is also the product which is being championed by the government under One District One Product scheme.
And is Banda also infamous for certain things?
Yes, sir. Sir, Banda is part of the Bundelkhand region, which happens to be one of the most underdeveloped regions of the country, facing perennial water stress.
Okay. Any law and order related problem?
Yes, sir. There had been the recent issue of Bulandshahr violence, which was there.
Banda, I am focusing on Banda.
Sir, for Banda, it is. I would not say it is a problem right now so much, but it had been infamous for dacoits in the past.
Tell me, like, what do we need in India more? Moral policing or smart policing? Because these days state governments are more keen on moral policing.
Sir, I think there is clear consensus that smart policing is the need of the hour. The police exists to enforce the rule of law.
And what does this smart policing entail? What is smart policing?
Sir, I would not like to go into jargons. I think smart policing is the police which is not feared by the citizens of the people by the citizens of the country. It is police which is considered approachable and responsive.
Okay. Any state police which you feel is living up to this standard that we have set?
Sir, my knowledge is not as extensive,
But still, you have been living in Delhi. You come from Uttar Pradesh, so at least you can compare the police forces of these two states.
Sir, I admire the Delhi police for its gender-sensitive nature. That is something I've definitely felt, that they are very responsive. And there is an initiative of Maharashtra Police where they have started to check on the elderly citizens who happen to live
And
alone.
what about the anti-Romeo initiative of UP Police?
Sir, I think there are two aspects to any policy. One is the intention and the other is implementation. I think the intention was very nice behind the program to allow that.
And the nomenclature?
Sir, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. Tell me like few instruments of direct democracy.
Sir, referendum and recall initiative, sir.
Are we having these in our constitutional provisions?
Sir, in the form of the Panchayati Raj institutions and the urban local bodies, a form of direct democracy does exist in our constitution.
Okay, what is your opinion? Like, would a presidential form of government would be better for a country like India? It will lead to better unity in diversity.
Sir, I believe that the parliamentary system, which is the current system, is the best for a country with the kind of diversity we have. And the calls for presidential system come because there are some issues of parliamentary reforms which have not been done. So I believe if those reforms are put on the, if those reforms are prioritized, then these issues would not come.
So you will go with the parliamentary form of government that we have.
Yes, sir. I believe it best suits the diversity and consensus-based.
Okay, the problem with parliamentary form of government is like suppose we have a state election and we have a hung assembly and you are governor of that state and you have a single largest party which is claiming to form the government. You have another people alliance which is also claiming to form the government. And there is a post-poll alliance, very opportunistic, but they seem to have the numbers. As a governor, what will be your order of precedence for calling them to form the government?
Sir, in this regard, there have been guidelines laid down by the various commissions like the Sarkaria Commission and the Panchi Commission. So, sir, before a pre-poll alliance is what we need to prioritize because it is believed to have a better ideological coherence. And sir, I think the term suitable for this situation which a governor should go by is that of constitutional morality and a fair chance to all the major parties to prove their parties or sections to prove their majority on the floor of the house should be allowed.
How will you decide? Like all the parties are claiming that they have the numbers, but how you will decide?
So I believe the pre-poll alliance with the largest numbers should be allowed to prove its majority first.
And not the single largest party?
Sir, if the single largest party does lay a claim, then they should be allowed.
Okay. Tell me, what is your view on India's neighborhood first policy? It has been seen that our relations with all our neighbors have actually gone down. So, would it be right to term it as a failure?
Sir, as far as I understand, it started on a very nice note with all the heads of state being.
But it has been downhill since then.
Yes, sir, certainly that happened, especially with Maldives and Nepal. But I would say that with the change of governments and the change of Indian approach as well, these relations are on a recovery path. We had the Maldivian Defense Minister visit India last week. So
Thank you.
Ayushi,
Yes, sir.
recently President of the Congress Party moved the idea of minimum income guarantee scheme. What is your take? Is it a politically and economically good move?
Sir, the economics of it has been deliberated in the economic survey, and to create the fiscal space for such a scheme, majority of the 950 central schemes will have to be rolled back. So I do not see how that is very possible in the near term. So I believe that the this exercise is being undertaken in the state of Sikkim, and we should wait and watch to learn from the experience of Sikkim before bringing it on a pan-country level.
And how about the political viability of making such promise?
Sir, in a democracy, people's representatives exist to address the concerns of the people, and if in their opinion the issue of poverty is best
But the fact is that similar apprehension were made for Narega also, but Narega actually proved to be a very useful scheme, isn't it?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So you believe it should be given a shot?
Sir, like you had mentioned, the scheme does not seem very fiscally, the fiscal space for it does not seem to be huge at this point of time, and which is why I said Sikkim, which is a revenue surplus state, is the best place to try it out. And then the administrative issues regarding such a scheme will also have to be analyzed.
Ayushi, this is a glass of water. This glass is used mainly for storing storage. Can you list 5 more uses apart from storage? I want to check your creativity here.
Okay, sir. So I can use it as a paperweight. I can use it as a musical instrument.
Okay.
So I can use it as a weapon. And sir, I can also use it as a piece of decoration. That is it, sir.
Thank you, Ayushi. It was nice talking to you. You can leave.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Ayushi, what's your take? How was the interview? What are the areas you're doing good, and what are the areas you believe you can still do better?
So I don't know why I started fumbling towards the end. That was very visible to me. That something I could feel. Rest, sir, I would rely on your judgment.
See, by and large, obviously, we आपके मेंस में कैसे मार्क्स आते रहे हैं पीछे?
Sir, last time 1 mark से
1 मार्क से, और उससे पहले इससे ज़्यादा से.
हाँ सर. So first 2 attempts में मेरी गलती थी. I wasn't very sincere.
At this time, what are you expecting?
So this time should be good, sir. I've completed the
Do you think
paper.
you'll be adding 50 marks bottom से?
Definitely, sir.
Okay. Because in our opinion, the interview was really, really good. I don't see many areas of concern here.
Okay, sir.
By and large, your personality is good, your communication parameters, your posture, your voice, your eye contact, your hand movement, and things like that are really, in order. You don't need to do much about it. Also, by and large, you have this domain knowledge thing in control. I don't see many issues where you need to worry about. You also understand that with your background, you have a fair amount of ideas that at least 50%, 40% where the interview will go. I mean, it will have the gender sensitive thing, it will have Miranda or Delhi in it, and it will have Lucknow and your father's
Yes.
profile in it. So you have fair amount of idea where the things will be, and you seem to have prepared for it. So I don't have much suggestions to make. There are merely 2 suggestions. One is that कब है आपका interview?
So 27th February.
27. One is which I'm worried is that you may have peaked a little early. So your interview is perfect, but you understand that if you peak early, you have to sustain it for a longer period, and sustaining for a longer period is generally more difficult than actually climbing. So I'm saying it from my past experience. I've taken interviews with the candidates doing really well in mock and then stumbling in the actual interview. So you need to understand that sustaining this performance is something you have to work on. It will not be happening by itself. You'll have to think about it. For example, you'll have to think what you'll be doing with the newer suggestions you are getting. What will you do with the ideas of making changes to performance you are already doing? What will you read and what will you not read? Things like that. So please work on that and take it seriously, because it's not easy thing to sustain. Trust me. And second is, sometimes it appears that there are areas where you may actually hurt a few souls. I mean, you may actually hurt a few members. I mean, they may take offense to a few things. There are two instances which I especially want to mention. One is when you said that I won't get into the jargon thing. That was a bit rude to say. You can probably work on it because also because the current government schemes are basically jargon. You know it well. See? So you cannot actually rub the salt there. So it's better if bata sake to अच्छा नहीं तो कोई बात नहीं. You can find. And second is sometimes it appears that you evade answers a few places. Evasion can be a good policy if you believe that answering is going to hurt you more than not answering. I'm not sure that is the case. So, I mean, whenever you take, you consciously decide not to answer, you should be very sure that here evading an answer is a better technique. I'm not saying not, don't use it at all, but if I were you, so I might have answered the thing rather than evading it. It was the case at a few places. That's why you're doing wonderful. Again, I'm reminding you, even if you cannot ignore all my suggestion, fine, but don't ignore the fact that you have to sustain the performance. Okay? All the best.
I have ma'am to thank sir for the
अच्छा मुझे पता नहीं
communication.
पिछली बार कैसा था और इसके कंपैरिजन में आप कैसा है?
वही मैंने पूछा था feedback. It is good. Now your voice was much more audible and you're doing really good. I really
voice
wish
level
to
was
see your
good.
name in the list.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.